I made a post about how women don't benefit from marriage and the incels went crazy. In this video, we're going to go through all the reasons. But let's start here. The consensus from most men in the comments were that women do benefit from marriage through divorce. So they seem to be in agreement that the best part of marriage for women is leaving. If that were true, which it's not, I think that would make my point. Let's go through finances, child custody, and health. Is marriage worth it for women? The benefits mostly go to men. Currently, over 50% of households have a dual income. I read this as women are taking half of their own stuff. In those households, despite a dual income, women are still doing the lion's share of domestic labor and emotional labor. In a divorce, women's income drops on average by 20%. Divorced men see an average of 30% increase in their income. Post-divorce, 20% of women find themselves in poverty compared to 11% of men. Let's talk alimony. Alimony has been gender neutral since 1979. It's the breadwinner who pays. In the 1960s, 25% of men were paying alimony post-divorce. Today, that number is 10%. And I know the math is right here, but I'm going to say it anyway. 90% of marriages end with no alimony whatsoever. 90 to 95% of the time that alimony is paid, it was settled out of court, meaning a judge didn't weigh in and didn't order it. In the cases where a judge orders it, there's a large discrepancy between the spouse's income and assets. Short marriages are less likely to get any alimony. Judges are looking at if one spouse sacrificed their career or potential earnings. And so if they didn't, alimony wouldn't be awarded. Now let's talk child custody. Studies show that when fathers ask for custody, they get it. Conversely, as fathers tend not to ask for custody, they don't get it. Most custody cases are settled out of court. For absolute clarity, most fathers are giving custody to the mothers, not losing custody. Do you see the difference? Now we're going to talk about health, and that will lead me into my last point. Why do women even want to get married if it doesn't benefit them? You know when married women nag their partners? You really going to have that third beer? Babe, I think you need to go get that mole looked at with the doctor. Men seem to hate that, and yet it is the direct reason why married men live longer lives and healthier lives than unmarried men. I've read that men resist marriage because they know that it requires a substantial behavior change on their part. They associate marriage with increased responsibilities and potential financial loss. And yet, those things aren't true. Our culture sets expectations high for women and low for men. Getting married has historically brought a large change in how men see themselves and how they behave. If marriage has been a particularly strong signal of change in men's committed behavior, it would explain the stereotype of women pushing for marriage and men resisting. Tell me what you think.
So I just watched a video of a woman talking about her ex-husband and how replaceable women are for men. And I can attest to this. It's crazy. So in my youth, I was raised by the patriarchy, as most of us women are. It wasn't until much later that I understood my worth, but we'll get to that later. So being married, I did everything. I cooked, I cleaned, I set up events, I had the friends, I made the dates. I did everything for this man. Everything. And anytime I asked for help, there was always backlash and an argument. It was a manipulative tactic, and eventually it got into fear tactics, if you know what I'm saying. There was a time where I had this really great job, and then he convinced me to quit it, and then got mad when I was not bringing any money when he asked me to quit my job. There was a point where our money was combined, but we would get allowances every month or week so that I could spend my own money. It was so nuts. Meanwhile, this man's setting up his studio in our house, spending money galore. Our expenses are crazy. Crazy, and it's not for me, because I have anxiety now about spending money because of his manipulative tactic. So to say that the man benefits more than the woman, 100%. I was losing my hair out of anxiety. I was walking on eggshells around this man. When I finally decided to end the marriage, and this is after months of fighting through therapy, we really tried. He grew up in a religious household, so divorce was not really in the picture, but it was in the picture. For
friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly follow this channel. So in today's video, we are discussing that men benefit more from marriage. So I had to put those videos together so that you hear what other people are thinking about why do they say that men benefit more than women in marriage. And I also want to add on what I think why I feel like men benefits more. And this topic's like a debate. It's been going on and everything. So I'll take you through to my thinking. Let's talk about society expectation. Historically, marriage has often been structured in a way that favors men. Men have traditionally been seen as the providers, while women have taken on the roles of caretakers. Even in modern times, these roles can persist. This means men often receive the benefits of emotional and household support without as much expectations to reciprocate in the same way. And number two is I'm going to talk about health benefits. Studies have shown that married men tend to live longer, healthier lives compared to their single counterparts. Marriage provides a structured lifestyles and emotional support that significantly boosts men's mental and physical health. Women, on the other hand, while they also gain some health benefits, often face the traditional stress of managing household responsibilities, which can offset some of these positive effects. Another thing we're going to talk about financial stability. Marriage can also offer financial benefits, but these often screw in favor of men due to incomes can certainly enhance financial stability for both partners. However, women frequently take care breaks for childcare, impacting their long-term earnings and financial independence. Men, on the other hand, often continue to progress in their careers uninterrupted, bolstered by the support they receive at home. Another thing is social support and companionship. Another key area is social support. Marriage often enhances a man's social network through his wife's social connections. This increased social support can contribute to better mental health and well-being. While women also gain social benefits, they typically already have strong social networks outside of their marriage compared to men. Another thing that I'm going to talk about is emotional labor. We can't overlook the concept of emotional labor. Women often take on the role of managing the emotional climate of their household, ensuring that the relationship runs smoothly. This labor is often undervalued and can be mentally and emotionally draining, where men tend to benefit from a harmonious home life without contributing equally to the emotions upkept. Another thing is divorce and custody. In case of divorce, men often benefit from the legal and societal biases that favor their financial and professional stability. Women, especially those who have sacrificed career growth for family, can find themselves at a disadvantage. And I'm going also to talk about additionally why women are more likely to receive custody of children. This also means they bear the primary responsibility for childcare, which can be both financially and emotionally taxing. To wrap up, while marriage can offer important benefits to both men and women, social structures, healthy advantages, financial stability, social support, and division of emotion labor tend to favor men more. This is not undermine the value of marriage for women, but rather to highlight areas where balance can be improved. Guys, thanks for watching. So another thing is that I want you guys to subscribe to my channel if you find this channel helpful. And what do you think? Do you feel like men benefit more in marriages than women? If you're agreeing to what we are discussing, kindly leave a comment. And if you disagree, also leave a comment. If you're a man, kindly leave your point. And also women that are going to leave your point. Thank you so much for supporting this channel, guys. All I can say is bye bye for now.